this world of being human and being wrong. Everyone keeps telling me to grow up fast, and that is so tough. You wrap my head around it. Your idea rules, ego tripping to look. We do people know we're in this world. Yeah, we're surviving, getting through anything, stay alive. It wants to make it hard. Worthless game that never wins. We're coming to darkness in the end. 何が正しくて何が間違っているんだ。僕はただここで生きてると叫びたいだけ。I have voices going by my true name. I will never give up on this way anymore. Nobody can stop me. This is the way I am. I say could you drop it, baby? Yeah. So this is the way I am. Yeah. Hentai prison.
Alright, welcome back to Hentai Prison, and let's get started. The mood in the team is strangely thorny. Strange. We worked so well together back when we made the game's prologue. Each member probably has their own angle they want to pursue this time around. If I don't do anything, I won't even have a team, much less a band ready to challenge the Kashichos. So I decided to look for a way to have us all get along. Yugao Kashicho isn't in the library today. Hello, Chisato. Chisato is, however, so I call out to her. She seems to be as scared of me as ever. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. Is she trying to be a dog or I mean a cat? Sorry, cat. That's his is a cat thing. Okay. It's like coming home to a pet after a long absence, only to find that you've been forgotten. I think to myself, nah, Chisato. Would you happen to know of any ways to improve our teamwork, to unify our will? I'm looking for books to help with that. She shrinks back in a fix of fear and confusion. That's true. Chisato tilts her head, remaining confused. How do I explain? That's not what I'm trying to say. Basically, I want us to get along better. I think that would be better for everyone. How about you? She nods with a touch of enthusiasm. Sure is. She takes me to a nearby bookshelf. She hands me a hon. The title reads, Friend Making. Even a lolicon can understand. Oh, that reminds me. It's Takahara Hayuri's birthday today. Just because I saw the word lolicon. A little different from what I had in mind, but it looks worth a read. Did you use what you learned from this a lot? Any effect? I decided to read it anyway. I see. Smiles are known to lower your listeners' stress levels. Huh. Can you give it a try?
に
I see. Makes sense. I think to myself.
なるほどってことある
I look through the contents, flipping to pages of interest. When people are angry, praise them twice as much for great effect.
そういうものですか
Let me give it a try. Kusumari happens to be nearby. Kusumari!
はいなんでしょう全裸さん判断が遅い
You're working really hard today. I think that's really admirable. She started crying more instead. She tears up with joy. I don't think that's how it works, bro.
私今なんでリーダー
We got closer.
最高野郎
Psycho Yetta. The book. The book is very trustworthy. Okay, bro. Going through the rest of the pages. How about we all call each other by first name? Their eyes widen at my opener. I have forgotten to smile. Ha!
なんだいその顔はバカにしてるんですか
They're just as prickly as they were the other day.
シンプルにブサイク
別に下の名前で呼びたければ好きにしていいですよどうぞ
Got it, Noah.
悪いが私は勘弁だなこれまで通り組長と呼んでくんな協調性のない親分ですねどうだっていいことじゃありませんか親分だからだよ私には極道としての勘目ってもんがあるんだ
Yakuza have it pretty tough.
お前はどうなんですか真っ黒そういえば千里っていうのはボンが勝手に呼び始めたもんじゃなかったかそいつはどこまで名前なんだい千崎都なのか千里ってこともあるああ千里がそのまま下の名前ってこともあるよなはっきり言わんかいがシンプル
It looks like the Hon's advice isn't actually working. I mean, we know the reason why she's afraid to say her real name. she really thinks she's cursed. So them letting know her name. Okay, why am I explaining this? You guys know this from the previous 2 routes. 2 routes ago, I mean, being yelled at with a smile is surprisingly scary.
ああすまねえ黒いお嬢ちゃんと喋ってるとどうも自然と腹が立っちまって
It might be the creepiness factor that she exudes. The one that she can't. It's subconscious, you know, the thing. You know, Kurubiyashi was saying the same thing.
もうじゃないんですか
Huh?
いいです何でもありません
Chisato's making herself small in the corner. She looks lost, without a place to belong, like she's averting her eyes from what scares her. Her looking away lets me notice that her cheek is very swollen.
どうしたんだそいつは虫歯だったら早く抜いてしまった方がいいですよ
It's nothing, she says.
これって
She says she just fell.
超能力者ですかお前は
Kurubiyashi and the Kumicho let out big, baffled sighs. I tilt my head, confused. Things in the group used to be so peaceful just a little while back. What happened?
それで私らがやらなきゃいけねえことっていうのは監視長らに嫌がらせをすることなんだろ
It's less harassment and more of a trial.
あなたにやってもらいたいのは3名の監視長にそれぞれ試練を与えることです
What exactly do you mean by trial?
何でも構いません。力量が測れるのなら手段は一切問いません。 なんなら死ぬ寸前まで追い詰めてしまっても良いですよ。真に追い込まれた時にこそその人物の真価が問われるというものです。プリズンを正常化するというのなら何か策があるのでしょう、湊修一郎君。
Is what she said.
なるほど。所長お墨付きで何をしてもいいって免罪符をもらったわけだな。
We're clear to do anything to test the Kachicho's abilities. Alright, let's see what Noah thinks. I mean, we know what's her deal. The only problem is, we haven't come up with a test or target yet. The first target... this is the hardest to choose.
他警戒されるから。
Yeah. Making big dramatic moves is going to draw eyes on us. It's more than possible that it will hinder us when taking on our next target. And whether they will come up with the same solution as in Noah's route, because you know that they were able to handle two Kachichos at the same time, and one of them was an ally to ours. But I think the situation is different this time around, since we had to test them three. That means we need to choose our first one carefully.
お前がリーダーだというのなら、とっとと決めるもの決めてくださいよ。じゃないと協力はできません。
Wari, but I want you to wait just a little longer. We're still at the stage where we need to improve our teamwork too. Remember, this is all to develop our game.
そんなのどうだっていいんです。私は一刻も早くソフィー・アシコレンコを辞任させたいんです。それ以外は全てどうでもいい。
Oh, for an escape plan, huh?
たく、お嬢さんってもんは勘が強いね。
The mood is dark. This doesn't look like a close-knit team in any way, shape, or form. The warden ordered me to find talented subordinates, people I could trust to work as my arms and legs. I can't say that I'm in control of those three to any satisfactory degree. This is really hard.
どうやらそうのようだな。
Sitting next to me, Cookie Tiny-san lets the smoke roll off his cigarette. It's like there's a big difference in our direction and enthusiasm. I'll do anything if it means I can keep making my game. I don't care what it is. It looks like the other three have things they want to do more though. I wish there was something that could get us all on the same page.
それは簡単だ。共通の敵を作る。そして攻撃する。囚人はみんなそうしてる。だろ?
He has a point. I first teamed up with Kurebayashi to fight Hanamaru. That sort of shared interest strengthened our ability to work together. A common enemy. Cookie Tani-san always knows the answer. Fast too. Still, making us a shared enemy won't be easy.
そういえば、お前さんが昼の休憩に外にいるなんて珍しい。仕事はどうした?
They changed my workplace.
へえ、そりゃまた普通なら栄転だがね。次は一体どこになった?
I'd say they had me in. The damn ward?
ええ、本日よりそこでの刑務作業を命じます。炭鉱には私から話を通しておきましょう。
What the hell? What do you mean, working in the damn ward? Let's continue for now. With a few clicks and taps on her tablet, I have a new job.
公正不能坊。
I've heard rumors that there's a worse place than solitary.
ひどいかどうかはわかりませんが、せっかくだからあなたも見ておくと良いでしょう。
What did she mean by this? Making you acquainted to it. Her tone is oddly flippant.
世の中にはそれだけ恐ろしい場所があるんだということをね。
The damn ward is a place that reeks of rot. I have a ward partner, a female prisoner, clad in an iron mask. I don't know her very well. This is Miyazaki's From Salt Lake of Rot swamp level. The job is simple. We give simple meals to the prisoners in the cells and put hot water into buckets, which we distribute a few times a week. Otherwise, we simply observe them from afar. We fill out detailed sheets observing their health, attitude, and other details to be submitted to Warden Mizushiro later. Oh shit, that means, oh damn, she's fully aware of how, man, she's just letting these people just, you know, be in a near-death state. Because I always thought that because Agatsuma makes a lot of visits to the damn ward, right? So I thought that, no, so that means Agatsuma, I mean, sorry, Yugao. Okay, sorry, my brain. So Yugao makes a lot of visits here, and she, so she's just only there to bully Chisato, okay? I guess. And she did complain a lot about like being unable to, you know, ensure that Chisato is completely unable to go out of her cell and all. So it's Warden Mizushiro is doing the stuff. Got it. The warden warned me beforehand.
けれどくれぐれも気をつけなさい、湊修一郎君。
Look at that face. That smugness, man. You know. You just know this ain't right.
公正不能坊には危険な囚人がたくさんいます。中には爆弾魔などと呼ばれていた殺人犯も存在するのですから。
But he doesn't know. It's Isumi. I didn't need to worry about that, though. Most of the prisoners have lost their minds. I don't know if it's because there's no sunlight here, because they've been locked in here for years, or if it's the fault of the ward's air. But the only people in these cells are those who have lost themselves. All I hear is the constant chorus of pain groans. This is indeed different from solitary. Solitary is a miserable place, but it's still a place people can exist in. This is not a place for humans. If solitary is hell, then this is its lowest level. They did say the lowest level of hell is cold or something. Somewhere. Anyway. The very bowels of the abyss. It doesn't take me long to reach a realization. I never, ever want to end up down here. I guess I think Mizushiro was making a point for him to understand not to fuck up. Or do anything that will cause him to go there. The next day, I'm scurrying through the prison. Prisoners are generally only allowed to walk in transit, but a brisk almost run is allowed if you're running low on time. Why am I running? Because she wasn't in the room.
時間も守れないんですか、あの真っ黒いのは。探してきな。今日こそはこの無駄に長え討論に終止符を打ちてえだろ。
I'm looking for Chisato. I figure. Sorry, it's fucking 10, 11. No, it's 10:30. I figure she'll be in the library if she's anywhere. She loves Han. But for some reason, the lights are off in the library. I try to open the door, but it's locked.
今日は休館。中には入れない。
Oh no. It must be Chisato's humiliation ritual by Yugao. God damn it, man. The tall Tokubetsu Kebitai officer stands in my way. Close?
そう
I'm looking for someone.
中には入れない
Have you seen Chisato?
休館だから
Hmm. Our conversation goes nowhere.
引き分けが悪いと相応の対応をしなければならなくなるけど
She makes a fist so I can see it. I'll be going then.
うんそうしなさい
What? when I see Natsumi had that face, you know, she's smiling. I'm like, it's kind of weird considering what she just did just now. If the library is closed, Chisato probably isn't inside. I decide to look elsewhere. Still, though, the library stands out to me. I wouldn't call it a sixth sense thing. I just can't really imagine Chisato being anywhere else. So I decide to go around the back of the building. I go to the spot near her regular place on the second floor. Chisato. I call out with the quietest voice I can. Are you there? A face pops up from a place that should be empty. Chisato is there. Her mouth is moving, saying something in silence under her gravely worded face. Jump down. That's the most efficient way out. She's saying something, but she's too quiet for me to hear. Don't worry, I'll catch you. Just jump down. Her eyes waver with slight hesitation. Then resolute, she jumps from the window. I catch her. She's comically light, although her chains made a sound. The library's closed. What were you doing there? I'm guessing she was just trying to escape from Yugao. Like, Yugao was there. She's having trouble speaking. It isn't her usual stuttering either. She is trembling.
空いてたから中で本読んでたらいきなり寒なって暖房消えて
Her lips are pale as can be.
そしたら鍵開かなくなってて
Oh, okay, they did something else. They locked her in. Got it. They locked her in. Trembling, she desperately tries to get the words out. Her hands are particularly frigid. They're so cold, I worry they'll be frostbitten. I had to warm her up as quickly as I can. Hold your hand. I take her hand. Then I bring... Jesus fucking Christ. Then I bring it to my... Most people with balls do this to warm up when they're cold. The heat of my scrot slowly pours into her freezing hands. This should lower the damage to your fingers a little.
でもそんなことしたら全裸もう冷たくなっちゃう
Your fingers are a treasure, Chisato. I'd stand naked in the Arctic if it could help you write the story. She makes a surprised, complex face. How do you feel, Chisato?
あったかい
Thanks, balls. She stops shaking a little bit. She's still as cold as ever, though.
閉じ込められてた
I explained what happened with Chisato to them the next day.
こんな時期に暖房もなく閉じ込められたら下手したら日付が変わる前に低体温症で死にますよ嫌がらせにしちゃ少しばかりああたちが悪すぎる
Well, you know, Yuga wants her dead. She just can't do it directly. I think so too. I don't think that was a coincidence. No one would assign limited Tokubetsu Kebitai personnel to the library just to close it for the day.
あらあのほっぺたを派手に腫らしていたのもそれが原因と
She's getting the daily beat down and yeah, I think it's possible.
一言言えばわかるものの。いやまあ、そういう性格でもねえか、あのお嬢ちゃんは。
Chisata won't tell me who the culprit is. I can't imagine she would even if I ask. The distance between us is simply that great.
しかし、一体どいつがそんなくだらねえことを？
I have an idea. I turn my eyes to
こ
Kurubayashi.
ういう冗談では済まないことをやりそうな人間といえば。
It was you, wasn't it?
はあ？急にこんなところに呼び出して何なんですか？
The Kumicho's people and Kurubayashi's connection come in very handy. They help clear out the laundry room and call Hanamaru to it. You're the only person who would do such a thing.
憶測で物を言うのやめてもらっていいですか？そういうの SNS でありもしない未来を起憂してるフェミニストで十分なので。
I know that you're really a good person deep down.
はあ？そりゃどういたしま。いた！
Man whooping his first love. What the fuck? You fucking did it.
今の褒めは何だったんですか？
Figured. If I hurt you 3 times as much I praise you, it's really sting. He's trying to reverse the fucking advice he got from that. The fuck.
往復ビンタされりゃ人間なんだって聞きますよ。あとその主張の強い AV 男優みたいな掛け声やめろ。
This is what she's getting. She does not talk.
なかなか強情だな。どうするボン？落とすならヤクザ仕込みのいい水攻めがあるんだが。いやだから違いますから。何のことか分かりませんが、私は関係ありません。
Really?
確かに私は人に嫌がらせをしたり足を引っ張ったりする行為に無情な喜びを覚えますが、やっぱりもう少し殴った方がいいんじゃありませんか？私最近仕事で忙しいからそんな暇ないんですって。
Which work? Work with what? A certain nun? Anyway.
なんだい仕事って。それはもう言えませんけど、だいたいね、囚人の私が特別警備隊なんて動かせるわけないでしょ。バカな監視と違ってこっちが操作できないから警備隊なんですよ。
True. She does have a point. The Tokubetsu Keibitai is an element in the prison that inmates cannot hope to control no matter what they do. Meaning, it would be natural to think a prisoner wasn't behind this. I don't know why they didn't come up with that earlier, man. They have Taika here, man. They could think, right? What the hell?
ということで、私は無関係ですので、この辺りで。
Hold it.
そういえばお前には大きな貸しがあったのを忘れていましたね。
You know, I feel like this scene is just an excuse to have Hanamaru in. That's it.
そうでしたかね。
Since we're all here, how about we sell our accounts?
せーの。
Yeah, so beating down Hanamaru, well, it indirectly affects Agatsuma, but I doubt it. It's gonna be a lot or anything at, you know what? Anything at all. I doubt it, but it'll be funny if them beating her down actually affects Agatsuma. That'll be funny. Anyway, so yeah, I gathered up teammates I can trust. That night, I report to Warden Mizushiro on the situation. It's one of the promises I made with her.
なるほど。状況は理解しました。ですが、手足のように従えるというまでには至っていないようですね。
He quietly points out what I left out.
私にも情報網はいくつかあります。あなたが振り回されていることくらい耳に入っていますよ。
Her eyes are piercingly sharp. I cut to the chase and asked her my question. I have a question. Who has authority over the Tokubetsu Keibitai?
受刑者を鎮圧する、もしくは罰を与える際には一般の刑務官も命令を下せますが。
Wait a second. Didn't he hear Sophia rant about this, like, he should know. I mean, he did use that as an argument. Or maybe I'm forgetting already. Okay, let's continue for now.
警備配置を動かすなど直接的な権限はありません。
I like how she gets like the quote-unquote official answer, but she obviously know who actually. If Shuichiro was able to give her like Yugao controls them or some shit, she might be a little impressed, but you know. Is that to prevent confusion in the chain of command during the thick of it? She affirms.
このプリズンで特別警備隊を動かせるのはただ一人、ユーガオ監視長のみです。
Yugao Kashicho. That means she's the one who assigned the Tokubetsu Keibitai to guard the library.
ところで、湊修一郎君、厚生不能号は見たと思いますが、その感想は？
I thought it was a very, very scary place.
そう、それならよかった。
What did she mean by that? She doesn't say anymore. She doesn't have to. I think that's a thin-veiled threat, man. That's a thin-veiled threat. I decided to call the path through the pipes. Through the pipes, the duck route. What? I decided to call the path through the pipes the duck route. I'm a little confused. what this thing? I decided to call the path through the pipes the duck route. What the fuck is it trying to say? Anyway, I was confused. I have completely mastered the duck route.
若さ特有の自信。
I'm not gonna get lost anymore.
まあそこで迷ったら餓死しかねないもんね。十分気をつけないといけんぞお主。
She makes some warm tea and welcomes me in. It's been a while. I've been thinking that I don't have the ability to control people.
どうしたどうした？緩急がすごいじゃないの。
She cracks an energy drink can for going tea.
従えるか。それって口で言うほど簡単なことじゃないよね。
I think so too.
でも本当は従えたいわけじゃなかったりして。
I tilt my head. What does she mean?
修一郎さんはその子たちを自分の意のままに、つまり自由に扱いたいの？
That's what I was told to do.
じゃあみんなが自分で考えて一番いいと思うことをしてくれるのとどっちがいい？
I want to make the game with the three of them specifically. Because I think what they make is fantastic. So if they each make what they think is good, that would be best.
だったらさ、修一郎さんは従いたいんじゃなくて、みんなと仲間になりたいんじゃないかな。
Tomodachi. Our horizontal relationship with no superior or inferior. That would be better.
そうでしょうともそうでしょうとも。
So that's what I wanted. To be friends with them. When I told Chisada I wanted us to all get along better, this is what hid under those words. You always know what to just what to say, Sensei.
そう？あ、年食ってるから。
Higuchi Sensei always has the right answer for me. That said, how do I get along better with them? How do we become actual friends?
難しい課題を出されて、修一郎さん大変だと思うけど、でも先生ね、これって君にとってはいいことだと思うんだ。
What do you mean?
そうだね。
She taps her fingers at the edge of the can as she turns to her desk.
君は自分の罪についてどう思ってる？
I was arrested for indecent exposure and assault. I don't think I did anything wrong.
それはどうして？質問変えるね。君は弁護士を置かず自己弁護したよね。それってなぜ？
Because I didn't think he'd understand me, no matter what I did, what I said. How could my lawyer understand my way of thinking? Understand me? It wasn't just him either. I didn't think anyone could understand what I had to say. It has always been like that.
でもね、世の中には君を理解してくれる人はどこかにいるんだよ。これは本当だよ。
本当？
けどそんなこと言ったって実感がないとわからないでしょ。
Yeah. I can't imagine anyone in the world can understand me. I feel this on an intuitive level.
それに君は基本的に他人に期待しない考え方をしているよね。だから修一郎さんはいつも積極的に行動してる。それも素晴らしい。うん、かっこいいし素敵だ。
She swishes her pencil from left to right to accent her speech.
ただ全く他人の行いに期待しないのはそうだな、家庭環境に理由があるのかなって。
She's probably right about that. My parents mainly focused on my onesan and hardly paid me any mind. Eventually, I stopped expecting them to do anything for me. Which is why doing everything for myself was very efficient.
最初の話ね、仲良くなる。それって心を開いてくれるってことだ。自分を理解してもらえるってわかることだ。
Wait, it's been a while since I had like a thumbnail for like the video, so I guess I'll just use this one. Despite, you know, this being first shown in the common route. But anyway.
つまり何が言いたいかというと、これらの原因は共通のものが欠けているからだと先生は思うんですよ。
What would that be?
そりゃもちろんスキンシップだよ。ほら、おいで。
I put on my clothes and approach her. I like how he puts on his clothes. That's respectful. He knows how to be respectful to other people. She then suddenly embraces me.
おお、修一郎さんって結構がっちりしてるんだね。さすが炭鉱で体動かしてただけあるぞ。
That's just part of her keiku, by the way. Just to have an excuse to hug with our bro, man. Okay, we can use this one. This is a better thumbnail. We're just gonna wait for this to scroll up a little bit more. It's a very calming sensation. It's been so long since someone last embraced me. Since my onesan hugged me goodbye.
ほら、なんだか仲良くなった感じしないかね。
I do. Higuchi sensei is really soft. I smell fabric softener and whatever nice shampoo she's using. Her soft chest brushes against mine as well.
相手への愛を持って接することがとても大切なわけです。
You know what they say, without love you cannot be seen. Nah, I mean, never mind. It feels great.
すべては愛ですよ。愛。
It is really like that scene in Umineko when, you know, each time they talk about I. Oh shit. We're finally getting closer to Joseph Anderson's stream when he was it episode 5 when Erica goes on a rant about love or some shit. Anyway. This eye stuff is great. I think to myself.
ね、支配することよりこっちのがいいでしょ。
It is. I decided to treat them with love from now on. We head back for our cell after that. What do you mean we? I still feel Higuchi-sensei on me. Oh, okay, he's also referring to Matsukun. Okay, got it.
愛っていいものだな、修一郎。
Matsukun finds himself reacting to. Yeah. Love is the best. This love stuff is shocking in a good way. Anyway, where are we? Love aside, I'm lost. Honestly, I realized I was lost fairly early. But since I went and said I wouldn't get lost, anymore. I just can't go back to the medical ward. I fundamentally had to go down to get back. So I figured that as long as I slid down the diagonal slopes, I'll eventually get home.
気をつけるんだ修一郎。またそこが抜けたら今度はとんでもないことに。
Oh, we fall into the... Okay, where did he fall this time around? Wait, he falls directly to the damn ward? Well, he kind of... Oh yeah, I remember him traveling around to get from here to like, well, Chisato uses the ducks to go around as well. Anyway, underground, a pure darkness bereft of light. What lies beyond the bowels of hell and the deepest circles of the prison?
こんばんは。元気にしていたかしら、ドブネズミ。
Oh, he will be able to witness Yugao being an asshole. She's here. At the same time she always is. Degrading a metal always tells you when she arrives. Oh, this is Chisato's POV. It is the staccato of her cane against the ground. The sounds of its intrusion.
刑務官が現れたらまず挨拶でしょ。
I shut my mind off at times like these.
だから返事をなさいといつも言っているでしょ。
It'll be funny if he falls over Yugao. Anyway. A doll feels nothing, least of all pain. If I'm not suffering, I can keep on living.
いいこと。肝に銘じなさい。
Even if I am in a prison kilometers underground.
風の噂で聞いたのだけれど、最近お友達を見つけたようね。
Now, however, my heart starts to race.
貴様のようなドブネズミを可愛がるなんて、とんだ博愛主義者もいたもんだわ。
He knows.
それとも頭のない白痴なのかしら。
He knows about them.
だって貴様は関わった人間を全て不幸にしてしまうというのに。
Which means she'll snap into action.
貴様は孤独でなければならない。一人でなければならない。
Which means everyone will be in danger.
でなければ他人を不幸にする。そういう運命なのよ。
Which means I have to keep my distance.
あの坊やの命が惜しかったら。
I had to keep my distance from him and his strange kindness. That kindness that led him to approach me.
二度と関わりを持たないことね。ドブネズミ。
I have to. I don't want to see anyone hurt because of me. Okay, where our guy fall? I hear footsteps faint in the distance. Irregular, slow, mixed in with inorganic staccato of her cane. Once they're gone, I begin moving slowly forward. I slid down a good 100 meters, a few hundred meters. That's really, it was really down, into the cell ward deep underground. The depths of hell's deepest circle. In the cell normally tended to by the woman in the iron mask, I find her. Oh shit, are we in the middle? Is she in the middle of it? Because this is the scene when she does it.
ね
Chisata slumped flat on the ground, powerless. The electric shock left her without enough energy to nurse a swollen cheek.
全裸まどうしてこ
Bro, I know they're recycling CGs, so it looks like that she's just lying. You know, she can't move and all, but like, because we know what the full CG looks like. I mean, I know. You guys don't see it because I had to cut that out. But it's basically you see stuff. Well, this is the CG for her jacking off anyway. That's all you need to know. She looks like a log.
ここにいたらダメだよ。私の近くいると良くないことだから 私のことは
With her empty eyes barely looking at me, she's painful to look at.
忘れて
I don't know what to say, so I just hug her instead.
なぜ
Nice, we're speed running the heroin romance stuff. I just hold her tight.
なぜなのですか
It's going to be all right.
なぜ
Don't worry about the thing. I am here. Misato stands in complete bafflement.
なんかよくわかんないけど
Her voice starts to tremble more and more.
よくわかんないけど
With time, she bawls. She cries and cries with energy I didn't know she had. Bruh, that hit me so much, man. Because, you know, for a split second, her entire route just flashed back in my brain. And then he hugs her, and I'm like, oh, goddamn, man. Damn, man, she really needed that. Anyway, so, Yugao Kashisho was our culprit. I announced this to Kurubiyashi and Kumicho the next day.
あの人もあんな風に嫌がらせを受けていたんだと考えると私も向かっ腹が立ってきましたね。私もこういう権力を振りかざすやり方は虫が好かねえたちなんだ。水城は試練を与えろって言ったんですよね。その手段は問わないと。だったらやめさせちまっても構わねえんだろ。
Kurubiyashi wears a cold expression, and the Kumicho punches her fist into our palm. We're all in agreement then. The first to go down will be Yugao Kashicho. Nice, 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 nice. I keep falling through pipe bottoms when going through the duck route. I can't keep on like this, so I figure I have to come up with a way of recovering after a fall. My solution? Rope. Rope is just a trip to the hardware store away on the outside. But this is too a prison. I'm going to have to use my head a little. There's a hair cutting space in the rehabilitation center, and we were able to get a cut on the days off from an incarcerated former barber. Free too. Nigars generally get their hair cut here too.
ずいぶん長くなったしな。5、6センチくらいバッサリ切ってくれ。
Man, that is a lot.
いらっしゃい。全裸マン君今日も決まってるね。
I'm a bit of a fashionista, you see. For a bald guy. Hage.
露出狂な分際で
They call me the fashion beast back where I'm from.
着てないのに
Fashion really does start from the feet up. Oh yeah, I remember he's so particular about shoes. Oh yeah, I was also shopping some shoes before this, so I was like... Unironically, because I was shopping for shoes, I was thinking, man, what kind of I was looking at really, like, some limited edition shoes, and I think to myself, man, this is the shit that Shuichiro will get. I don't know why. I don't know if I could buy one of those, because I'm pretty sure people are going to use bots when the pre-order opens. Anyway, I don't know. I'm not, like, super deep into shoes. But our guy does. Anyway,
全裸に靴
I'd like to ask for a wax too.
坊主じゃん
And that's how I got her hair. Wait, why do we need her hair? I thought we were talking about rope and shit. I'm in very high spirits, having obtained what I was after. I leave the barber's room with a spring in my step. So there was this angel on the outside who donated the vein, and me and the inmates started calling him Daddy Longlegs. See. Then Slipper Fair comes in and says, if his legs are that long, I wonder what kind of slippers he wears. An absolute classic of a joke. You're not going to believe what happened next.
私お前の友達
Oh, Sophia, you just don't know. You just don't know yet. She gives me a, who does this prisoner think he is face.
囚人の分際で信じられない
I just cannot believe it. She says it out loud too.
気軽に喋りかけてくるのはよせそれでなくても私は今死ぬほど疲れている
Oh, speaking of which, there's this Angus singer. I never heard of coming to the prison for the next conciliatory visit.
まだ話しかけてくるじゃんこいつ
The offering's also a Kashicho, and someone Mizashiro wants me to defeat. I want to get as much information from her as I can.
せっかく休みだから髪を整えてリフレッシュしようと思ったのに変態露出狂のせいで台無しだ
I like how she's saying that out loud, just so he can get the point, but he's not reacting anyway. Else.
ただでさえ生理でイライラしてるのにこんなことなら本島行ってトリートメントまでしてもらえばよかった最近枝毛ばっかりで鏡見るとへこむし
He complains like an average OL you might find anywhere.
なんだその顔は目まん丸にして
Not to think of it. Sovereign is basically an average OL you might find anywhere.
女はすぐ徒党組んで悪者作るからもう生きるのがめんどくさいよ
I really wish they translated those stuff. I remember how my Onesan told me long ago that I should empathize with the tired. Bullying prisoners is very demanding labor, so I decided to empathize a little. Okay, let's see what you're gonna say. Hey, Kusamori.
私意味もなく年下の子供にストレスの吐き口にされた絶対許さないリストに追加しておかなきゃ
He feels stressed that she can't forgive him or some shit. Aha!
最高野郎が無意味に受刑者を脅すな腕立て50回
Alright, we have to do 10 push-ups. Oh, okay, no, she looks completely baffled at my actions. I also feel like her eyes look far more dead than normal today. Been having trouble sleeping lately?
お前には関係ないだろう腕立てが終わったらさっさと行け
Is it because of the serious offenses war prisoner who died?
ああそうだよアベンジャーズの
I like how they literally, when you hear the audio, they literally use the word Avengers. The Dark Avengers is a band of thieves, infamous for stealing over 1,000 toilets from women's public bathrooms. He was their leader.
キャプテンアヘリガオは老体でないつ亡くなってもおかしくなかったんだがつい先日老衰を迎えたキャプテンアヘリガオは老体
Okay. Captain Heli. You know what? Never mind. They say that the man was a master of toilet seat throwing. Okay, kind of makes sense why he's Captain America. He would talk off anyone's ear about how he knocked over dozens of cops with a toilet seat with his left arm. No one asked. No one liked him. The man was an archetypal prisoner who loved boasting of his degeneracy and claimed his continued toilet theft has earned him a life sentence. Ozawa hated him and thought the guy was exaggerating nonsense. It sounds hard to get a life sentence on a toilet theft alone, since that takes a score of 0.99. Still, since he figured He was too old to make it on the outside anyway. He acted out badly enough to keep his score of over 0.5. Since Slipper Fairy's nickname got abbreviated to Slippy, he used to approach her often to ask her to be his sidekick. Okay.
おかげで報告書を山ほど書かなきゃならなくなった。こちらに落ち度がないか、事細かに国へ報告しなければならない。本来であれば手分けしてやる作業なんだが、まあ、私が引き受けることにした。
Of course we know it's not she actually decided it. Yagao decided it for her. Most likely. The others pushed it onto her. I think to myself, if it's that tough, why not phone it in?
バカ言うな。ここがいくらチューリッププリズンといえど、人の死をごまかせるわけないだろう。
But didn't you say on our first day that no one would know if we died here? She tells me that was just a threat. You know the hazing ritual. Like they always bully prisoners on their first day, and then suddenly they relaxed a lot.
死刑執行じゃないからこちらで処理すればいいというわけじゃない。正式に踏まなければならない手続きは5万とある。戸籍の確認、家族への報告、そして埋葬。人が死ぬというのはそれだけ大変なことなんだぞ。
Here we're taught to live prison could fake the paperwork on that with ease. Yes, that's why the Kanshu here are so sensitive to prisoner death.
分かったらあんまり私に手間をかけさせるな。死ぬほど疲れてるんだ。
What about the damn ward? Like, aren't they basically? I don't know. I mean, they're kept to a state of near death, and I get that it's technically another facility that I don't know, man. You know what? I don't know. In the violence-ruled world of the prison, that may be the only deterrence we have against them. And speaking of violence, Yugao. You can tell always Sophia's like, oh shit, what are you doing, man? Sovereign scrambles to shut my mouth. Her panic speaks volumes.
お前はなんて言葉を口にするんだいきなり。
What kind of person is she?
なぜ私にそんなことを聞く？今は関係ないだろう。
I figured Yugao was the one who pushed this job onto her too. Please, tell me what she's like.
知ってでも教えるわけがないだろうが。囚人相手に。
Then tell me something inoffensive about her.
はあ？それなら一個だけな。聞いたら早く棒に戻れよ。
She pushes me away and clears her throat.
夕顔監視長はな。私服がやばい。
What are you talking about? Like, when we saw like Igao's getup, like when she was wearing her casual clothes, she was just wearing a plain long black long sleeves or sweater, black sweater, and that's it. What the hell does Sophia mean? Wild.
ああ、いや、正確じゃないな、これは。なんていうのか。
I like how Sovereign was willing to do that. She voluntarily just continues on.
くたびれた週末の人妻みたいなんだ。
What do you mean? Like, just wearing a black sweater? What do you mean? I don't get it. Like a worn out wife on the weekend.
いつ見ても同じセーターを着てて、なんかくすんで毛玉だらけ。育児に追われているお母さんみたいな格好をしている。
Well, at least we're right about the sweater, but I'm like, it's always covered in lint. Yeah, if you look at, well, yeah, it's a big like difference from her usual getup. Her usual getup is kind of actually fancy looking because she wears like a fancy looking dress, and you know she really does look extravagant with her normal prison attire. I don't even get it why she gets to wear something that doesn't look anywhere close to what like the prison guards wear. I mean, I get Julia. I mean, if you see Julia's outfit, her lower half is basically your usual officer outfit, but she wears the nun habit because she's supposed to be a nun. I don't know. Supposedly. But her uniform is so stylish.
もともと節約家なんだが、服も古着を買ってるっていうのが刑務官の中ではもっぱらの噂だ。
Well, we do know that she did come from like a financially unfortunate background, so much so that her the reason why she has her lip leg in the first place was because her parents tried to commit insurance fraud with her, and that's why she's also forever traumatized with a lot of things. Now, this is some surprising information, but it doesn't seem too useful. Well, who cares about clothes, right?
当たり障りのないやつでいいって言ったのはお前だろうが。
What do you mean inoffensive? That's kind of offensive. I don't know. You're I don't know, man. I'm giving the impression that Suffering was like, she was like, she looks like a worn out mom on the weekend. Wait, what did she? You know what? Never mind. I mean, no one needs to wear them, right?
そういう意味かよ。
Sounds like you're pretty observant around her.
だっておばさんだぞ。スタイルいいんだから服くらい買えばいいのに。
Hashicho, you really do say the most normal things.
ソフィーヤさんって美人だけど、なんか普通だね。
Oh yeah, she's very conscious about this sort of thing. I remember she's very conscious about this sort of thing.
ハーフなのに考えることが普通の日本人だよね。
普通なのはいいことだろうが。
You can tell she's scoping. Yeah.
普通なのはいいことだろうが。
Yeah.
普通じゃないからお前のようなやつは監獄にぶち込まれるんだ。変人の変態が。
For some reason, Sovereign gets really angry. For the weird reasons. I can't call the information gleaned here satisfactory. So I want her to tell me a bit more.
せっかく教えてやったのに気分が悪い。書類がまだまだ残ってるんだ。私は行くぞ。
I'd love to help you out with it.
いいって。なんで今日は私にちょっかい出してくる。こっちは監視だぞ。
Can you make an exception?
ついてくるな。どこかへ消えろ。さもなくば相関係数を追加する。
I'll even let you bully me to get that stress out.
今日は本当に疲れてるんだって。頼むから怒鳴らん。
What happened just now? Huh? Sovereign. She doesn't answer. She just twitches a little on the floor.
どうした修一郎。こっちからバカにでけえ音がしたけど。
Ozawa. Sovereign's collapse. Ozawa crouches down and looks her over.
こりゃ貧血か。熱はねえな。よし、じゃあ足を高くしてなんぞ下にかませとけ。
Would my suit do?
この際それでいいよ。顔色よくねえな。楽にすんのにブラ外してやれ。
This is gonna be a world of pain. I feel like this is gonna cause a lot of problems. わかった。
一応したとこねえように硬いの。
Wait, Ozawa.
だよ。
I don't know how to remove a bra.
てめえブラも外せねえんかよ。赤ん坊か。
Oh man, this is gonna be big. I am ashamed.
背中にホックがあるから指でクイってやんだよ。
There's no bite. No, there's no bit to slip on her back. Ozawa!
ねえなら前だよ。胸前。
Are you sure she's wearing a bra? Or maybe she's wearing like a sports bra. You know what? I don't know, man. There are bits to slip on over her chest. We're slammed to the ground at the same time. My hands are bound behind my back, and it feels like my lungs are being crushed down. I can see Tokubetsu Kebitai uniforms behind me. Then walking slowly from behind them with a cane comes Yugao.
先生誤解なんすよ。こいつは善ですけど、これはシコレンコ看守長を助けるために。
ええ、知ってるわよ。様子は見ていたわ。適切な処置だったわね。うちの警備隊にも見習わせたいくらい。
でしたら
その上で動くなと言ったのよ。
動いたら関節を外す。これを言うのは2度目。
I don't understand the meaning of this. A crowd starts to gather around us.
どうしてこんなところで全裸になってるやつがいる？正気で、シコレンコ看守長？おい警備隊、何をしている？早くシコレンコ看守長を解放しろ。何のために人命救助の訓練を？
命令を遂行することはできません。
何が？このまま放置するなど。
特別警備隊は全ての事象において指揮権を所有するユウガオ看守長のご命令が優先されます。
Officer Yamagishi clams up. It looks like she can't say anything back. But Yamagishi, you could go there, right? Being soft and defenseless and unable to resist, I feel a worry bubbling up in me. I don't know what to do.
慌てることはないわ、ヒメル。こんなのはただの貧血でしょ。
ですが、このままの姿を大勢にさらすというのはかわいそうで。
You can tell that Yugao is deliberately trying to draw attention with her being naked like this because she is trying to humiliate her.
別に放っておいたところで死ぬわけじゃないわよ。
Huh? Yugao is looking at me. Not being able to read her intent deeply unsettles me. In her state of absolute vulnerability, Sovereign continues to be exposed to the public.
まあこういうことがありまして。
We're in the rehabilitation center classroom. The warden gave us a gun. Alright, how is Noah gonna react?
それから数年、地下の構成不能盆にいます。はい。
Oh, I thought it was I thought everyone's here and they were talking about what happened in the yard. Chisata tells us her backstory herself.
とんでもねえ環境にいたんですね、お前。世の中にはどしがたい連中ってのがいるもんだ。
Sounds terrible. Pretty bland reactions, for better or worse. None of us is really the type to think much of other people's situation. I think to myself.
その黒い布っきれっていうのは地下棒の制服だったのか。構成不能棒とかって？実在してたとは知りませんでしたが。これ囚人番号入ってないんですけど、どうやって受刑者を管理してんですか？
The two are looking over Chisato hard. Then she quickly hides the barcode peeking out her left breast.
これあまし見られたくない。
I knew that they kept track of prisoners in the damn ward with barcodes. I didn't know what those codes were burned into their bodies like brands.
変だし、みんな気になると思うし。
面白いこと言いやがるな、お嬢ちゃん。こっちとら極道だぞ。もんなんざ珍しくもねえさ。私も父が外国人ですからね。腕とかがっつりタトゥーでしたので。
Of course, people didn't connect the dots yet here, but I like how Noah just randomly brings it out and no one connects the dots. But okay. Still, Taika and Noah weren't the type to be turned off or too curious about the brand.
ゼナマンも
I don't mind it either.
そっか。
By the way, it really feels weird because it felt like we skipped the scene. Like, the last thing we saw was Yugao just letting Sovereign naked exposed on the yard, and then we're here, and then we never talk about it yet, or I don't know if it's gonna be ever brought up to this group. I've always figured something like that could be a nice accent when I'm streaking. It's fashionable, you see. Chisata looks down a bit as if she's at a loss for what to say.
ともかくてめえは地下で電撃に泡食って警備隊からは鉄筋を頂戴してたってわけだ。物理的な攻撃ばかり仕掛けてくるんですか？
This happened too.
なんだいこれ。
The prison newspaper.
発想が平凡、そして書かれる文体があまりにも暗いため凡略の作品となり下がっている。書き手の教養のなさがうかがえる。
It's a hit piece, a passionate bashing of Chisato's work in the guise of a review.
権力に物を言わせてこういうことをしているという。
確かに私要卒学ない。
効果はてきめんか。下劣な方法ですね。
Yeah, that's why we're taking Yagao down first. I know.
風の噂ではあの女、私が世界で一番許せないことをやりやがったそうですからね。必ず相応の罰を受けさせてやる。
Of course, if Noah heard about what happened, man, she is so angry about that. I had no idea why, but Kurabayashi seems eager. However, this isn't going to be solved by physically defeating her.
どうする？やめさせちまうっていうのが一番わかりやすいが、問題は手段の方か。
It's kind of no, I really find it jarring because like we were in that scene and we just leave it. We just leave that scene and then we're in the middle of Chisato telling her backstory, and then Noah just talks about she heard a rumor, and I'm like, okay. I mean, one of those people who was involved in that rumor is directly in here. So, I don't know, man.
向こうは特別警備隊をはべらせていて、ガードも硬いですからね。
This isn't the sort of problem we can solve with easy violence.
残念だな。私も拷問の類は得意な方なんだが。
What do you have up your sleeve?
爪はぎでも逆さずりでも何でもいいが、おすすめは水だ。こうな、手首にヤッパを当ててから。真っ黒はどうしたらいいんですか？石返しの側面もあるわけですから。
爆破
We're fighting the Kanshu, and Yagao stands at their top. We won't get anywhere by half-assing it.
だからね、さっき言ってたことは私といるとこういうことになっちゃうから、だから関わらない方が。
Chisato! It's going to be okay.
なんでだ？
There's nothing to worry about.
これされると
You're safe.
何も言えなくなる。
Chisato grows soft as a noodle in my arms. When I shake her, she jiggles like Buddy.
しかし愛ね。ボンがいきなりそんなものに目覚めるとは。露出狂の人生にも何があるか分かりませんね。
Oh, don't worry. You guys are next. It's pretty good. I recommend it.
残念ながらヤクザと愛ってのは縁遠いね。との昔に諦めちまったよ。
She leans her cheek on her hand in a self-depreciating way. I feel sad.
打算、欺瞞、憤懣に刺逆。弱者を踏みつけながらあぶく銭を設ける代わりに、満足にお天道様の下も歩けねえ仕事だ。いろんな属性の汚えもんで、極道の両手が汚れちまってる。
She's ridden the rough ways of the world. Her words have weight. Kumicho.
だから私には、運命の赤い糸なんて美しいものは繋がっちゃいねえのさ。ああ、小指を詰めるから。
Noah.
ね。
For the first time in my life, I know someone even worse at reading a room than I am. Noah. My classmates must have felt this way about me. I think to myself. Kurabayashi furrows her brow.
お前、なんか臭くありません？どれ？本当だな。なんというか、洗ってねえ子犬みたいな匂いがするぞ。
Chisato shrinks back as they sniff her.
しかお湯ってお 入っちゃいけない。
Sounds like they don't let prisoners in the damn war take baths. Wait, you should know this yourself because you work at the damn ward. And not like, you shouldn't say sounds like, you know it. You should know it, right?
炭鉱夫なんて
I mean,
毎日風呂入ってるのに絵も家の匂いしますもんね。
When you're washing all kinds of mixed sweat, you start to smell of piss. Instead of baths, they get a bucket of hot water every few days. But it doesn't look like that does their job too well.
だから私いつも汚い。だからあんま人近寄らない。
No, that's the reason she always keeps a strange distance from us. I'm pretty sure there's another reason, but okay. She's worried about how she smells.
ごめん。臭いよね。
I tried to cheer her up. You know, she said, what the fuck, bro? Why? Why do you do this? Why? You know, Chisato, you do smell like vomit. But it's not like how you smell has anything to do with who you are.
そこまで臭くない。
You may stink. Well, with your right, it's phenomenal.
ゲロほどでは。
If you clean up, you'll smell right as rain right away. If all she needs is a bath, what's the problem?
早いとこ風呂に入れないと病気になりそうですが、どうしますか？
A good idea, but getting her into a bath without the Kanchu noticing will be difficult.
いいや、そんなこともねえぞ。
The Kumicho wears a grin on her face.
一つ私に預けてみるかい、ボン。
Ooh, let's see what they do. First, the Kumicho makes me a wig. You're really skilled.
こんなの生け花みたいなもんだ。ガキの頃に一通りは教え込まれてるからな。
I didn't think the hair I'd pilfered from Sovereign to make a robe would come in handy like this.
それ、使い終わったらくださいね。
Of course no one would like that. Hmm?
絶対ですよ。
Shouting out of nowhere is terrifying. I think to myself, sorry for all the things that I did. So I decided to apologize to Kusumori. The rest will be easy.
生け花って絶頂した女性器のことを指すんじゃないのか。
すんません。食材の運び入れで前が見えなかったもんすから。
The guard on bat duty wears contact lenses, so we make her drop one.
コンタクトレンズが一つくらいで。どこだ？
Oh, I didn't know Himeru. Oh, that's interesting to know. Then, we have our guys step on it. After that, we open the bathing room's windows to fill the place with obscuring steam. This brings our chances of being caught. With that, the Kubicho starts splashing Shisato with hot water.
こりゃ面白いくらい汚れが落ちる。水まで真っ黒だ。
食いそばいい。
I remember when Mayonnaise washed me way back in the day.
ゼナも
That's me.
あんまし体見ないでほしい。
Don't worry. So long as there's I, there's no problem. Wait, why is his portrait like he's wearing an outfit? He's supposedly like in the bat wearing a wig. Oh, I think that's part of the cut. So he's wearing a wig right now. There are old wounds all over Chisato's body with large burn marks among them.
つまり気にすることなんざねえってことさ。あたしらの世界じゃ傷なんざ勲章と同じだぞ。
そうかな。
Though, looking at them as marks of honor, the Kumicho handles her scars very gently when touching them.
そら、脇の下もきれいにしてやるから手あげな。それそれ。
I feel like this is the first time I've seen you smile.
そば湯狩りなんだな。ほれほれほれ。じゃあ次はその可愛いお顔だ。うざって前髪をどけってと。
The fun mood instantly I held in it, an unsettling terror. I'm an exhibitionist. However, there's not an exhibitionist alive who's afraid of the dark. Bro, we're speedrunning Isumi's route. I sneak up.
てめえに原因不明の苛立ちを感じたのは紛れもない事実だが、私も極道だ。まさに闇の中に生きる存在だよ。それが暗えからって怖がってちゃしのぎができねえだろ。
The Kumicho also speaks up with her eyes closed.
それに多分紅林のお嬢ちゃんも気にしねえだろさ。
どうして？
やっこはそこまで他人に興味がないだろ。
You have a point there. Then, as if nothing happened, the Kumicho starts washing Chisato's hair.
世間様からつまはじきにされた人間だからこそ、それを恐れることがないっていうのはなんとも不思議な話だよな。
Chisato says nothing.
入浴終了3分前だ。時間も守れないやつに法律など守れるはずもないぞ。
We'll bump into the next team if we don't hurt. I come back to my cell to find it a complete mess. The bed has been turned over. My toothbrush and cup are scattered on the floor.
天子の時間だ。チンコではない。天子だぞ。貴様らの頭数を数えれ。頭と言っても祈祷のことではない。
I don't want the hassle of a guard seeing this, so I quickly get to the cleaning. Is Himaru sick or something? Since the hair I hid behind the poster isn't on the floor, I'll guess they haven't figured that out yet. Looks like they haven't found the duck route. It's
ど
gone.
うした修一郎。
My rehabilitation journal is gone. My rehabilitation journal has vanished. The room has been messed up, but that is the only thing that is missing. I can't navigate through the duck route without
そ
it.
れではチンコじゃないチンポの祈祷を数え。もうダメだ。早く休もう。
The most natural conclusion is that someone took it.
問題はさ、その日記の重要性に気づいて奪われたのか、そうじゃないのかってところじゃない？
I'm back at the Higuchi Sensei tonight. It's the only place I can get to without my journal, since I've come here time and time again. Good point. It would be a fatal problem if they stolen it with knowledge of the duck route. Since the poster hadn't been taken down, however, that possibility seems low. Wait, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I can't remember if I read this, so I'm gonna reread it. Since the poster had been taken down, however, that possibility seems low.
独房に忍び込んで部屋を荒らすっていうのは、その気になれば誰でもできることだから、特定は難しいね。
Any Kanchu on staff can open the electric locks on the cells. Prisoners can probably do the same if they're working as custodians.
そういうリスクもあるんだったら、今後は暗号で書くぐらいしておかなきゃだね。
I'll do that. Writing things I want to keep hidden in code would be a good idea, I think. So, about what we were talking about before.
あ、葉月さんのこと？
Hazuki is Yugao Kashicho's first name.
先生もあんまりよく知らなくてね。病院嫌いみたいで、ここにはほとんど来てくれないの。先生嫌われてっかな。
なんで？
健康有料で怪我なんて一度もしたことないみたいだし、長年この仕事をしてると結構接触で傷ができたりするもんだけど。
So, She hasn't gotten hurt on the job, even a little, over the years. Well, she is the type to let people do things for her. On top of that, the Kanshicho of the sex crimes ward, Agatsuma Julia, doesn't visit the medical ward much either.
もう一人の監視長はちょっとすりむいただけで飛んでくるんだけどな。
Well, that's Sovereign for you. Higuchi sensei posed at the photo she took with Sovereign. Know anything else about her?
前も言ったかもだけど、先生はお医者さんだから、患者さんの情報をそう簡単には。
Right. I remember her saying she wants to maintain her neutrality. This is actually some advice Warden Mizashiro gave me though.
人物の情報収集には樋口恵理子医師の力を借りなさい。彼女はプリズンの人々を地質しています。きっと良き結果をもたらしてくれるでしょう。
They have regular meetings, you know. It looks like they have regular meetings, him and Mizashiro, so it's probably giving daily updates or something like that. Is what she said. A complex look comes over her face.
水城所長が。一応約束はしてるはずだけど、今回は例外でってことなのかな。それとも。
Oh. Interesting.
立場的にはさすがに無視できないか。それにこの子のこともある。
After murmuring to herself, she claps her hands together.
よろしい。そういうことなら特別に協力しましょう。プリズンの安定化っていうのに。
Sincerely thanks. After letting out the resolved smile, Higuchi sensei looks up at the ceiling with a
あとはそうね。葉月さん、家族仲はあんまり良くないんじゃないかな。
I mean, we know that from Taika's rap, but I don't know how he's gonna use it right now. What is that?
このプリズンに勤めてると、月に1回本島の港で家族に会えるんだよ。国のお金で。船出してもらえてね。
That's a bargain.
だね。先生もたまにお母さんと会うんだけど、葉月さんが船に乗ってるのは見たことがないから。もしかしたら遠方に住んでるだけかもしれないけどね。
Well, Hazuki straight up hates her damn family. I mean, she still pays for them, but she's doing that out of like making them on her debt or something like that. She's worked here for many years, but her family has never come to see her. They might not have the best relationship.
そういえば、確か修一郎さんの家も。
I am. I don't get along with them too well. To be more exact, I barely speak with my parents. I get along well with my Onesan, though. She's the one who raised me.
兄弟愛だね。先生一人っ子だからちょっと羨ましい。
So, Yugao Hazuki Kashicho isn't particularly close to her family. What conclusions can I draw from that? Is she sick? Is that why she uses the cane?
そういうことじゃないみたい。怪我の後遺症かな。関節が弱くなってるんだと思うよ。
She mentions that Yugao got into a traffic accident long ago and was less seriously injured. She uses a cane because she hasn't fully recovered.
あ、だからたまに輸血だけは来てくれる。
Get blood?
ほれほれ、プリズンってたまに任意で輸血協力のお願いってのがあるじゃろ？
Yeah, those happen once every few months. Unlike the outside, it's not like you can get anything for donating blood. Rumors abound that it'll lower your score by 0.001 though.
葉月さんは RH 因子の抗原が D 抗原以外欠損してるすっごい珍しい血液でね。
That's interesting. I see.
バーディーバーって言うんだけど、20万人に1人くらい希少な血液なんですよ。まあ簡単に言うと、むっちゃ珍しくてすっごい血ってこと。
Wait, so she's donating that? I thought she was the type who's so enterprising. Oh well. That's so cool.
これは輸血センターにもストックが少ないから、お医者さんとしてはぜひこれからも協力してほしいところですね。
I don't fully grasp it, but I get that it's rare and valuable. One last question then. Well, okay. We know for Taiga's route, she's more than she seems. I mean, we kind of get an idea of her soft side, especially knowing that she's the reason why the Japanese garden exists, and she's the one taking care of it. But most of the time, she really has a tough exterior. Anyway, one last question then. What kind of person do you think she is, Higuchi-sensei?
そうだね。すっごい注意深くて疑り深い人かな。
That's Higuchi-sensei's read.
一言で言えば最強だな。プリズンの実質的な支配者だ。
That's the information broker. Yutani-san's read.
あの先生は特別警備隊の指揮権を握ってる。警備隊といえばこのプリズンを司っている守護者だ。
Through extreme violence, maybe.
そうだな。指先一つで暴力装置を動かせる。警備隊もよく調教してやる。やっこさんの指示じゃなければ監視の言うことでもまともに聞かないって話だ。
That's really strange.
懐いてるんだろうな。中でも警備隊の筆頭である大田部夏美女子は夕顔干渉に浸水してると聞いたことがある。
Yugao clamps down on prisoners more than she needs to and constantly acts aggressively. Why is that?
と全てが気に入らないのさ。特に賃金のことだな。
Money issues?
監修の給料は高いとは言えない。だが知ってるか？このプリズンは刑務作業でかなり大きな額を稼ぎ出している。
Yeah, I remember Yugao mentioning about that. That's why she wants to become warden, because the warden is the one who gets most of the money. There's like a huge disparity of like pay. This one in particular? Why?
お前さんの古巣だよ。炭鉱だ。あそこはいい歴星炭が取れる。つまり鉄になる。それが24時間人件費をかけずに頂戴できれば儲けは莫大だ。
So, she's angry she's not sharing in the benefits. On the other hand, she doesn't get bought out by wealthier prisoners, and her work is all perfect. She has the ability to win hearts and minds, or control them at least, and is talented as a manager.
ゆえに最強だ。ある意味で監視としては完璧に近い。だが完璧な人間が好きなやつなんてどこにもいない。違うかい？
Precisely. Kukitani-san
やっ
chuckles.
こさんはイフの対象だ。だから囚人、いや看守であってもあの人には逆らえないのさ。まさにクイーンビーだよ。
We're up against the strongest Kashicho in the compound. She's not going to be easy to bring down. Is there any way to beat her?
いい方法がある。小便をかけてやるのさ。知らないか？蜂に刺された時はそれが一番だ。女王蜂に効くかはわからないがね。
How come I have a feeling he's gonna do it literally? If a folk remedy like that would work, I'd love to test it out. I think he might actually do it.
さすがの全裸マンもおじけづいたか。
No, I'm fine. If everyone's going to be against me after I start to move, it'll be most efficient to bring down the strongest one first.
さすがお前さんは大物だ。
I hand Kukitani-san the last of my cash. To my surprise, he doesn't accept it. You're the one who told me to pay what information is worth.
お前さんの話はスケールがでかい。監視長をぶっ潰すか。囚人の夢だよ。普通の受刑者にはモテない。なんというか、聞いてるだけで自由な気持ちになれる。俺はその面白い話をもっと聞かせてほしいだけなんだ。
He has a calm look on his face as he puffs out smoke. Free, huh? I think about freedom for the first time in a long time.
それより飴をくれないか。年を取ると無性に甘いものが恋しくなってね。
I got a lot of them lately. Hold on, I'll pull one out of my anus. He's like, I had him like ame I got from Higuchi sensei and head back to my cell. The look on his face. Bro, she was watching this entire time. Working in the damn ward is always unsettling. It feels strange to observe the cells with a checklist in hand. It's like I'm running an experiment or something. I actually do believe that this is part of Mizushito's academic interest. In the deepest section of the damn ward is what looks like a small cavern. It looks like a spot carved out of the wall, and the entrance barely large enough for one person to fit through. It's cramped inside, you can't lay down fully, and you can only hunch over when standing. It sucks to clean.
そこは正気を失った結果、暴れ回った地下の囚人を閉じ込める牢獄です。
When I wondered aloud what that cordoned off a section underground was, Warden Mizushiro gave me the minimum
そ
explanation.
れ以上深く知る必要はありません。あなたには関係のない場所なのですから。
It's the darkest, gloomiest place in the underground ward. Down here, you can't even hear the moans. A quiet siren starts to ring. It's the signal for the demolitions expert to get going. Time to work, Chisato. I'll dress you.
ありがとう。
Her clothes are made, so she can't put them on herself. So I had to tie the strings. Oh, okay, that's why. Okay. They never explained that in her
い
route.
つも女の人やってくれてた仮面つけてる人。
By the way, I noticed, like, if you zoom into Shuichiro's face, I think there's like a mistake with the cropping of the art or something. Maybe it's just me. I wonder who she is anyway.
海外の貴族だってもっぱらの噂。
I have no idea why they would lock up a noble up in a place like this. I'm not thinking any untoward thoughts as I dress you.
聞いてない。
Because I dress you with eye.
はあ
It's essentially a bundle of black rags, and putting it on her is easy. Let's go together.
はい。
Since my ship is up, I decided to go with Chisato. What I'm saying is, this love stuff is sugoi.
あ
It's gentle, soft, and it smells great.
ー良い香り。
I just rules.
おお。
Let's say it. Love rules.
愛最高。
I psycho. Okay. I psycho.
愛最高。
We enjoy a fun conversation as we walk through the dark tunnel. Before long, we get to the mining site. A familiar coal miner, Kuma-san, my old foreman, is there. I try to call out to him.
あ、ダメだよ。
Chisato puts her index finger to her mouth.
誰にも会っちゃいけないって言われてるからこっそり言った。
And that's why they call you a yure. Chisato discreetly sets the explosives she got from the storeroom on the way here.
畑かい。よーし。
All clear! She puts both arms on her head and crouches down.
危ないぞ。自分をダンゴムシだと思うんだ。ダンゴムシ。
I do the same. An immense explosion rings out from behind, and I feel like something's pushing my back. The troublesome pine rock is reduced to dust.
残りの火薬は持って帰ろう。
You didn't use them?
私火薬半分で壊せるから大丈夫なんだ。
By the way, that's important from the previous route. That's they were able to smuggle some dynamites to cause the finale of the Isumi's route. Not previous route, Isumi's route. Her work is impressive.
お父さん花火職人って使い方を教わった。だから詳しい。
I find myself gazing at her taking in admiration. You really are something, Chisato.
すごい
So, this is what they mean when they say art is an explosion. No way that's a reference to... Sorry, I was thinking of something. I don't know if it's an actual expression in Japan, but like the first thing I thought was like Deidara from Naruto. I was like, wait a second, I've heard this line before.
はあ爆発褒められた人生初めてだこれまで怒られてばっかり
She basically mentioned it's the first time someone praised her explosions and all, blah blah blah. Anyway, since the miners will come back with the demolition done, we have to scurry away before we run into them.
そっちじゃないよ
Huh? But the conveyor belt's how we get back to the
こっ
edge.
ちからいた方が早いぞ
Chisato goes through narrow passageways that we miners don't think to set foot into. It's really dark.
出張ってるとこある
I'll be careful.
こことか
Ugh!
気をつけて
The ceiling isn't dug properly, so passing through the passage with my height is difficult. Why aren't you bumping into anything, Chisato?
私暗いのよく見えるんだ右目
The red one?
光るんだよ暗いとこだと
Whoa, show me.
いやで
Though she winces, she whines, I make her show me. It does indeed glow, depending on the angle. That's so... sugoi.
気味悪いってよく言われるけど
Really? It's super cool.
怖くて不快だから気持ち悪いって
Man, why doesn't my eye glow?
だから外の世界でもここでも私居場所なくて
Like, it has to be an eye. Get that from the gods. I really want one too.
何羨ましいかちょっと優越感ある
Bruh, we're winning over Chisato really quickly, man. The path goes down, and the path climbs up. With how impossible it is to see anything, I don't expect to memorize it. I had no idea there were this many tiny paths either.
炭鉱歴史長いから複雑だ道みんな知らないとこいろいろある例えばここ旧坑道
We're in pretty deep. The old tunnel.
昔使ってた坑道です
This is the very bottom of the coal mine. It's almost 1,400 meters underground. The weakened ground and encroaching seawater have rendered it unstable. Wait, unusable. Sorry, unusual. It's sorry, 12. My brain's already mush. What are we doing here?
ここ枕でしょだから急いであの人暗いとこ来ないから
Yugao, huh?
そういつも明るくする好きじゃないのかなってだから暗いとこよく探す
He will infer here the ultimate weak point of Yugao. She's so afraid of the dark. I noticed a long abandoned set of mine carts. Looks like they don't move anymore.
古いから
They move a little when you push
燃
them.
料の可能性ありけり
You sure know a lot, Chisato.
シリ
You're like a coal professor.
再びの褒められた良い気分私殿様
Done this so Chisato has a unique way of laughing that I think is beautiful. At least, okay, yeah. Complimenting her is also her also immediately lifts her spirits. So imagine she's not too used to praise. Ah, nice observation there. He didn't exactly say this in her route, so I'm glad he's saying this here.
何十年前はここから石炭運び込んでたみたい。
The car tracks seem to go all the way up a steep slope and beyond. We can't see any light from outside down here.
奥で落盤あったから使われなくなったそうでございます。
He'll say. I stare at the path for a while longer. Darkness is all I can see, yet I find something bubbling up in my heart. This is kind of great.
あ
It just feels fun to think about how this leads to the world up on the surface. I started to think the car tracks are like the path of hope, rolling onto our future. I want you to have a place on the surface, Chisato, just like all of us. This is I like how this is the view he gets instead of like in Isumi's route where he decided no, she has no place and she has no place outside the prison, so I'm just gonna make prison, a world that's good to her and all. That way, we'll be able to work on our game a lot more than we do now. And I think that would be way more fun. Chisata lowers her face, just a little bit though.
それは難しいかもな。
Sadness colors her
だっ
words.
て私はもう死んでるようなものだから。
I'm visiting the warden's office to give the day's progress report. Okay, so he meets with the warden every day. Ma'am.
入り直しなさい。
Sincerely intruding?
言葉遣いのことではありません。目上の人間の部屋に入るときはノックで必ずお伺いを立てること。分かって。
Sincerely sorry.
あと誠には必要ありません。
Makoto gomennasai. Okay. Gomennasai.
そっちは外さなくてよろしい。
Which is it?
何か言った？
My few meetings with Warden Mizushiro has shown me just how attached to etiquette she is. I mean, she looks very she looks classy. Like I don't get why he would describe her office as like something fancy looking. It doesn't look fancy looking to me, but when I look at her, she looks fucking rich, and not just rich. She has class, man. I could tell.
礼儀作法を守るということは、こちらが同じ文化レベルの人間であると相手に証明するものです。猿とは仕事の相談も交渉もできない。そうではなくて、
You might have a point.
誰にも見つかりませんでしたね。
No, ma'am. Visiting her office unseen was the first condition she laid down for a working relationship. Using the duck route ensures no one will notice me. The warden is doing paperwork on her tablet. The papers in her hand are bundled of the sheets I check through down in the damn ward every day. I really do think she's doing some academic experiment. She's collecting data. How exactly are the prisoners in the damn ward treated? The incarcerated down there doesn't seem to have any rights.
入所の説明で聞かなかったかしら。ここには囚人の人権などないと。
Sovereign told me that was more of a metaphor.
そう、あれは比喩です。ですが、公正不能坊に落ちた者に限り、そうではありません。
She pushes up her glasses to speak softly.
正確に言えば、このチューリッププリズンに公正不能坊なんてものは存在しません。
I guess she will explain that it's technically a different facility, right?
通常の囚人は公正不能坊へ落ちる際、1000番台の囚人番号が与えられます。ですが、チューリッププリズンのデータ上、1000番以降はないのです。
Not even the Kanshu. No, here, no prisoners with 1,000 numbers. Of course, they don't. To take on the number means to stop being an inmate of the Tulip prison. The moment an inmate is consigned to the damn ward is the moment they're erased from the prison's data. Why is that?
死刑囚になるからです。
Oh, okay. So basically, if you're part of the damn ward, you're basically in that row. But we haven't seen. Why is. Okay, maybe their method of that row is that they slowly die out. But so far, we haven't heard someone explicitly die. Like, they're deliberately kept there to be close to death, but they don't die. Unless they're forcing them to commit suicide or something. I have no idea what the hell is going on. Because she just mentioned that they're on that row. Her voice is clear.
本来、死刑囚が拘束されるのは刑務所ではなく、拘置所です。
That row inmates cannot be kept in prison. Ergo, the damn ward is in its prison.
死刑囚は懲役刑に服すのではなく、死刑執行が刑となります。
Although I heard that in Japan, like, yeah, some people are just kept there. And they're not told in advance that you're gonna be executed in advance. Like, I mean, for long periods of time. Like, the longest they would go is for like the morning of your execution. Sometimes they just open up the room of that row inmate and then just tell them you're gonna be executed, and that's it. That's what I heard. Anyway.
ですから、公正不能坊から地上に戻ってくることは原則不可能です。
Why is there a detention center in the prison, ma'am?
説明しましょう。チューリッププリズンという特殊な名称は刑務所のみを指すものではありません。ここは存在しないはずの9番目の強制監区。つまり、複数の施設を内包する空間の総称なのです。
So, it's all concentrated here then.
ええ、この島はもとより死刑囚の拘置や重大犯罪者の拘束を目的としていました。立地的にも脱獄が困難であり、凶悪犯を拘束しておくにはもってこいですからね。
I'm really surprised Mr. is straight up explaining everything to Shuichiro. Like, a lot.
凶悪犯の脱獄阻止、そして宗教家や赤派など過激な組織による釈放要求に対抗するために、一般的には知られていない監獄が作られました。
Demands for release. That would happen?
過去にはあったんですよ、そういうことが。ハイジャックという言葉くらい聞いたことがあるでしょ。ここが幻だとされ、秘匿され続けたのはそういった理由もあります。ですが、近年の犯罪率低下、並びに性犯罪者増加に伴い、私が実験的なチューリッププリズンに改めたのです。
Oh, she's the one who decided to make it into a sex crimes facility. Because when Chisato was Izumi was brought in, it wasn't one, right? Okay, interesting.
その際に旧拘置所の登録を抹消することはありませんでした。それが公正不能坊です。
They still die anyway. The idea is that anything done to the inmates is permitted.
ここはプリズンの中でも公正の余地なしと判断された人間が赴く場所です。相関係数の急激な上昇などが認められた場合が該当します。
Even locked them away in darkness forever, noting observing their descent into madness. What are those scores anyway, ma'am?
本来誰も知ることのできなかった自身がどれだけ犯罪に対して相関性があるかを数値にしたものです。
It gives me a clear explanation. So, it's like a hidden stat in a video game.
その例えは分かりませんが、この数値が一定の人間はいません。あなただってよく変わるでしょ。
She's right about that. I like how she just described the score as if like it was a correlation to crime. Well, it's... well, only a correlation to crime. I would have preferred if she used like the probability to... no, probably wouldn't be a good... yeah, you know what, let's continue for now. Because that's not... well, anyway, whatever.
相関係数は全国の刑務所に秘密裏に設定されています。首席強制処遇官以下の刑務官はその存在も知りません。
Let's below the rank though. So at least the three Kashichos know, okay? The warden tells me that she is the only person with the right. Wait. Those below the rank do not even know their existence. Wait. Based on this, the Kashichos would know. The warden tells me that she is the only person with the right to set a prisoner's initial criminality coefficient. Okay. Oh, okay, that's totally different. It's the other one is knowing about that the coefficient exists, and the other one is she could set whatever number she wants. This seems to not only be determined by one sentence length, but also by meetings with correctional officers and like. This makes me think back to the interviews I had testing my aptitude for various prison jobs before I came to the prison proper.
人権を考慮し、本人にすら知らされることはありません。
Then what is this? What is happening right now? What every Kanshin here knows the prison's criminality coefficients. I know about them too.
だから実験的なのです。なぜ一般の刑務官が知らないのか。それは普通の刑務所が明確な犯罪行為を除き、相関係数を加えることができないためです。自分たちではいじれないものを知る必要はない。
Okay.
違って。
Okay, so this is the prison. So the prison experiment is, what if you give more power to the Kanshu to do stuff like, you know, like that? True. If we prisoners didn't know our own scores, we wouldn't live in such fear of a simple number either.
チューリッププリズンでは末端の刑務官でも相関係数を増加もしくは減少させることができます。これには規則があり、大幅に増やすことも減らすこともできません。
Unless you're a Kashicho, which is what Sovereign did a lot. He was forced to live in the sentence was lengthened up to like 20 years.
刑務官の暴走で死刑を加えるようなことがあってはなりませんからね。総数も年度資料に記載していますから、急激な変更を行えばあっという間に発覚します。私でも不可能です。
Wait, wouldn't that put... I don't know about like you know the thing that Sovereign does. Wouldn't that put her in danger a lot? Because she likes to dish out those scores. She explains that this is the condition she accepted in exchange for the experimental ability to establish individual criminality coefficients.
そしてこれが 1.0 になった場合、公正の余地一切なしとして死刑執行が許されます。
The rumors were true. But why?
税金の無駄だからです。
Once your score hits 1, you really do end up executed right away.
世の死刑囚もなかなか刑が執行されなかったりと思えば、突然執行されるのにはこういった理由があります。
He notes, however, that very few inmates actually attain a score of 1.
プリズンにのみ相関係数が積極的に導入されているのは九段の凶悪犯に関係しています。死刑執行を意識すればおとなしくせざるを得ないでしょう。
The threat is clear. The prisoner, given the death sentence, cannot turn back time. Chisato cannot go back to being a normal inmate. Was number 1310 score 1.0 then? The warden says she is an exception. Chisato came here before it became Tula Prison. Sumari, she is a rarity in the facility. A prisoner with no criminality coefficient. Yeah, but I think the reason why she was thrown in the damn ward was because of Yugao, unless Mizashiro will explain something else about it. So, why is it okay for a resentful guard, Kanshu, to throw her underground? I remember what Chisato said. When she mentioned she was essentially dead, that was not a metaphor. Right now, she's not exactly dead, but not exactly alive either.
チューリッププリズンは法務省直属の特殊な強制管区であり、私も検察や裁判所には顔が利きます。公正不能棒について知っているのは限られた人間のみです。
I'm still weirded out by the concept of like what was that? The correctional exhibition of the correctional exhibition of supposedly a phantom precinct. So that kind of doesn't make sense because I thought this place was like hidden from public. So why would they have a correctional exhibition? Anyway, does Yugao Kachicho?
彼女も知らないことでしょう。私と同じく公正不能棒へ移動させる権限は持っていますが、詳細は知りません。大人には子供の知らない真実がたくさんありますからね。
Part of Mizashiro is treating the mighty Yugao like a child. A cold sensation runs down my spine.
あの子が知らないことはまだまだあります。プリズンが大量に生んだ資金はどこに消えているのか。それがいい例でしょう。
Wait, but in Taika's route, she did explain. Well, okay. The only explanation she gave is like she knows that it goes to Mizashiro, but and she knows the Zaibatsu connection of the prison. Okay, let's continue for this.
ですが、そんな彼女が力をつけてきているのもまた事実です。
Her voice chills me to my core.
夕顔監視長についてところ構わず聞き回るような真似はおやめなさい。彼女は至るところに耳を持っていますよ。
Considering we saw one of the Tokubetsu Kebitai witness him asking around. But Mizashiro also, I don't know if this is something she heard from. This is an advice coming from Shuichiro explaining that's what he's doing, or one of her. She also has ears and eyes and ears everywhere, and she's warning him not to make that kind of mistake.
あまり私を失望させないように。いいですね。
Not to disappoint me too greatly. It's okay to be disappointed, but not too greatly. My position is not a secure one. If I saw the warden's mood in the slightest, I'll go back to being a regular prisoner. I don't know, man. You knowing a lot of this information, you'll be not just a regular prisoner. You're gonna be sent to the damn ward for knowing too much. No. Worse. I might end up on the death row on the damn ward.
将を陰と欲すれば、まず馬をいいよ。
I think of who the horse would be. Not Yugao, but someone close to her. Who? In that analogy, I think it's the Tokubetsu Kebitai. Because Yugao on her own, she can't do shit. Do you mean the Tokubetsu Kebitai command Shikikan, Otabe?
ええ、あの子は夕顔監視長の背骨であり、手足であり、相対するには非常に厄介な相手です。ですが、大田部筆頭は夕顔監視長の指示がなければ何もできません。この関係をうまく割れば、一気に互いを弱体化することができるでしょう。
I see a different kind of emotion in her eyes. Something hard to place, but easy to feel. Derision? Mockery? She wants me to bring Yugao and Otabe apart, somehow. This is going to be interesting, because this never happened before. As for how I would do that, I just need to get her demoted and have her lose her title. I don't need to make her quit her job entirely to achieve my goal. If I want to save Chisato, all I need to do is unseat her from her position as a Kashicho.
よく気づきましたね。賢い子です。
She praises me for the first time.
重大犯罪坊の監視長という役職を失えば
At that moment, I feel a strange sensation bubbling up inside. Are you sure about this, Warden Mizushiro? I'm planning on crushing Yugao.
ええ、構いませんよ。この程度で潰されるようであれば、それまでの器だったということです。
Ah, this is the exact almost close to what she mentioned in Tiger's Route. I guess was it Tiger's Route? Oh no, it's in Izumi's route. Before she mentions, you could also be like, you know, you could also take over the prison. I feel something bubbling up inside me, a sort of heat.
であれば方法を模索しなさい。夕顔監視長を更迭する手段は何か、それを見つけ出すのです。
So it's a solution that is between what he was able to do in Noah's route, because in Noah's route, she, no matter what, she is straight up stripped of her position as a Kanchu, because that is straight up a big no-no, man. So something in between those two, okay?
監視長たちが長年築いてきた基盤はまさに盤石です。その牙城を切り崩すのは簡単なことではないでしょう。1年、2年という時間をかけなければ手すら届かないかもしれない。試練は長ければ長いほどその進化を図ることができます。私は急いではいません。
It's about time to head back. I bow my head and leave her office.
けれど、十分に気をつけることです。
She speaks up as I leave.
彼女は他人の恐怖を支配する方法に長けていますよ。
You know what? Having Mizushiro as like an ally is way more scarier than having any of the Kanshucho as an ally. Okay, I have to call it in. We're gonna continue again tomorrow. Tomorrow is a Wednesday. Yeah. Oh wait, it's already Wednesday because it's already 12:42. Okay, upload again tonight. Tonight, and then tomorrow Thursday won't be able to upload because I am playing my gacha games, and then we're back to regular schedule on Friday. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you guys on the next upload. Ciao.